Konnichiwa, konbanwa, ohayo gozaimasu. What's going on, guys? It is your boy Khan, and welcome to episode 129 of Good or Garbage, the number one place where you can find out what stuff is being sold in a division on a weekly basis. And all I gotta say is look at how short this video is this week. It is pooptacular. I'm really disappointed at how pooptacularly disgusting this week is. All I can say is that there are a lot of weapons and stuff that are in the heads up section. If you find that this week's video is extremely short and there has to be something for you, definitely go and check that out. If there is anything that you may be looking for, it is in the heads up section, and more than likely you're going to have to spend some division tech to get it up to a usable range. There are some decent weapons with some okay talents, but they are going to cost you div tech to kind of get going. So let's go. All right, now let's move on to the attachments for this week. In DZ9, there's a high velocity magazine being sold with 7.5% critical hit chance, 5% reload speed, and 4.9% rate of fire. I've seen better ones than this, especially being that most of these magazines will end up being most effective with Lone Star, and Lone Star there is no reload, so the reload speed being kind of useless, and by kind of I mean extremely, but that's what it is. So if you are looking for this, I would probably say you may even want to hold out. The rate of fire can actually even be higher than that, in the 5s, and then again reload speed is kind of sad, but I think this week just nothing super impressed me, but yeah, this is what it is. So if you are looking for something like this, because I don't know what everybody wants, go ahead and check it out over at the vendor in DZ9. At East 31st Street, we are selling the Loud Vent Brake this week. This one coming in with 19% critical hit damage, 4.5% optimal range, and 2.5% stability. Thing about this one is it comes with 50% increased threat, so you will have to watch out about that. But if you do, not mind that, and you are looking for that extra damage, that 19% is pretty tasty. Head on over to East 31st Street and go and check it out. At East 46th Street, we have the VX1 12-time scope for sale this week, and 18% headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, 5% range. Now, I know you probably wanted some crit chance on this, and yeah, you probably want that extra 0.5% of headshot damage, but this is what we have. These things are pretty rare, so if you are looking for a headshot magazine, or not a magazine, but a headshot scope, the 12-time scope, this is one of the best ones to get. If you're looking for it as a hold you over until something better comes along, definitely go over to East 46th Street and check it out. At the advanced weaponry vendor this week, we have a bit of an anomaly. We have a Reflex sight being sold this week with 8% critical hit chance, 6% of headshot damage, and 5% optimal range. Now, why is this an anomaly? Well, strictly because this is actually the first time I've ever seen an 8% critical hit chance mod being sold. Now, I've heard all of these things about crit chance mods being that high. I've heard about stability mods going up to 14. I've heard all kinds of stuff that I've actually never really seen. My luck is not very good when it comes to RNGesus. I think he really doesn't like me. But the fact that this is being sold is worth talking about. If you do not have this and you're interested in having something with headshot damage and critical hit chance at 8%, you can go and check it out at the advanced weaponry vendor. It will only cost you normal credits, and it does come with some range, so this would be kind of useful for maybe something like an SMG or even a shotgun. A shotgun actually might work out the best for this, just because you may or may not have that much crit damage in your build, but if you feel like you have enough crit damage and you're willing to sacrifice it, you can go for it. There have been other attachments that have 7.5% chance, 6% headshot damage, and 4% critical hit damage. Unfortunately, this does not have crit damage. Is it worth the 0.5% of crit chance for the 4% critical hit damage? In my opinion, definitely not. But I just had to talk about this because this is really one of the first times I've ever seen an 8% mod being sold straight out for regular credits. If you're interested in just having it, even just to hold on to one of them, I'd say go and pick it up. But if you don't really need it, then you might as well just forget about it. But it is still pretty cool, 8% crit chance. Now let's go take a look at this week's gear mods. In the base of operations, the Dark Zone gear vendor has a prototype firearms mod for sale this week with 266 firearms and the oh so loathsome 2% all resistance. Now, I completely hate all resistance. I don't really find this to be useful. It can be in some situations depending on the build, which is why I'm still going to talk about it, even though it's not my personal favorite. But some of you may be testing things and you may be interested in this, so I am shouting it out. And it does come with 266 for firearms. So if you are interested in this, head over to the base. It will cost you Dark Zone credits. Check it out. At West 53rd Street, there is a performance mod being sold with 5.5% first aid self-heal. If you are looking for one of these, I know you probably want a 6%er, but I haven't seen one yet. So if you are desperate and still want to get one just to tide you over, then you can go over to West 53rd Street. Check it out. At the DZ vendor in DZ4, we have a prototype stamina mod being sold. This one with 265 stamina. And it comes in with, of course, the most loathsome of all major attributes, all resistance. So we got another 2%er. I wish they really would do something about this. Nobody wants all resistance, but they just keep putting it in here. All right, well, that's what it is. If you need to go and get this, go ahead. DZ4 vendor, go check it out. All right, guys, that is it for this week's good or garbage. It's a pretty bad week. But yeah, that's kind of just how it is, I guess. Episode 129. Next week is going to be 130. That's pretty all right. I was actually planning on going to the Tokyo Game Show today. We already have a plan to go tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream, like Sunday morning stream, is going to be canceled because I will already be out of the house by the time that gets started. So be on the lookout. Follow me on Instagram. I'll probably be posting some pictures from the show live on my Instagram and all that other good stuff. So check that out. And I will see you guys very soon. I'll try and have a TGS video up sooner rather than later. Until then, peace.